Hello everyone, this is Emo, and today we will be reviewing One Piece chapter 1038, Kid and Law vs Big Mom. I know I look really bad right now because one of my recent videos that I have made regarding One Eustace Captain Kid, where I stated that Kid and Law will lose this fight. But after reading this chapter, I still expect a similar outcome. You can see the video for yourself and see my points and why they are still valid even after this chapter. But more on this later, in the later part of this chapter. First, let's address the cover page, where we see Neji and Yonji are in the prison of the book fruit, and I believe that in the previous chapter, when Judge gave out a heavy sigh, it wasn't out of relief but out of worrying how will they get Neji and Yonji. And I don't know if this is Pudding who's standing on the right. Maybe it's not clear, but there's Oven sitting there. The chapter begins with the ultimate fight that will never end, probably. Raizo versus Fukurokuju, where Fukurokuju is very concerned and is asking Raizo to release his jutsu. We then see Jinbei save some of the samurai people from the ceiling from falling. Then it cuts to Chopper, who has regained from his very small form and is concerned about Zoro because of the side effect of the medicine that Zoro took, as it will make his wounds double or more. And then it cuts to Zoro, whom appears in front of him what looks like the Grim Reaper in a beautifully drawn panel, which up until now I still don't understand what's happening. Is this because Zoro has taken too much damage that the Grim Reaper is here to take his soul? I don't know, it's very confusing. But what I'm certain of that it's not Brook, because Brook is not that tall, and maybe it means that Zoro is on the verge of death. But I'm certain that Zoro will never die in One Piece, not until he achieves his dream and becomes the strongest swordman and possibly the second or third strongest in the verse. Or maybe this is Enma's soul, as it is the king of hell, and this is the Grim Reaper, so there's a tiny bit of connection, and Zoro's looking into Enma's soul. Maybe that's also a possibility. I'm not sure, but it's very interesting. And then it cuts to Frankie, who is looking for Zoro. Then it cuts to Izu, whom have defeated some of the beast pirates, and then Cypher Paul appear in front of him, and they say they should take him in, but they are not interested in him right now. However, he stops them and he will probably fight them, and I'm not sure if he will be defeated. If he's defeated, even more hype to Cypher to CP0, because defeating someone with a 550 million berry bounty, I'm not sure, maybe 550 or 600 million berry bounty, that's really impressive. Or maybe he will just like hold them off until the fighting ends. I'm not sure, but what I'm sure of is Cypher 4 are just rolling through people up until now. Then it cuts to Yamato, whom freezes the gunpowder so that the fire demon doesn't set them off. And the fire demon says Orochi-sama, and Yamato says a hand, which I'm still not sure what it means, and I have looked at the panel several times. and I don't understand what's happening. But the last time, in the last panel that we see Yamato in, she's burning, but she'll get out of it. Then it cuts to Big Mom, and they show us that Kid and Law have been defeated, and their crews are begging for mercy from Big Mom. And Big Mom now wants to go to the roof to help Kaido out to defeat Luffy, which she is surprised that he hasn't been defeated yet. And she says Kaido hasn't let out his usual victory cry. Does this mean that whenever Kaido defeats someone, he cries that that the other didn't become Joy Boy? I'm not sure, but Kaido thought that Luffy was defeated earlier, so I don't know what's that about. And she quotes she's beat or she's tired of all the fighting, but then surprisingly Law and Kid are not defeated, and Law, the carry in this fight, uses Chrome again and pierces through Big Mom's hand and cheek and releases a shock willy in which it damages Big Mom a lot. And Kid also gets up and he gets a lot of the metal parts and makes like a metal ball with it and hits Big Mom with it, which until now I don't know. I'm pretty sure that his attacks don't do any damage to Big Mom, because Big Mom didn't take any damage from a Gear 4th Luffy. How will she gain any damage from Kid's metal parts hitting her at a high speed or anything? But Kid and Law quote at the end of the chapter, "I don't care if it kills me, you're not reaching the roof." Which makes me believe that this fight, they will not defeat Big Mom, nor will Big Mom defeat them. They will just stop her from getting to the rooftop until Luffy defeats Kaido, which makes me believe that Luffy is almost going to defeat Kaido in a couple of chapters. Overall, this is a really good chapter, but the two things that confuse me in this chapter are Zoro and the Grim Reaper, and were Kid and Law really knocked out, or were they just pretending? This is Emo, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as it really helps me out a lot.